How's it going, everyone? For Chelmsford Telemedia, this is meteorologist Nate Morris back again with your weekly weather update and forecast for the Chelmsford area. Now, unfortunately, it's going to be a hot and humid and rainy week. As you can see, Wednesday, scattered thunderstorms all day with a high of 84. Thursday, lower chance of storms, but still going to be hot and humid, getting up to the low 90s. Friday, if we do get thunderstorms, it'll be later in the day. Saturday, there's a persistent chance of thunderstorms all day. And then Sunday, we're going to have a cold front come through with a big swath of heavy rainfall. Monday and Tuesday next week are starting to get a little drier, a little cooler, but as you can see, temperatures throughout the week all in the mid 80s to the low 90s. And because it's going to be so humid, you can expect that to feel a lot hotter. This is how much humidity we're talking about. The dew points this week all going to be in the low 60s starting next week, so that's not too bad. But compared to what we're going to be experiencing the rest of this week, I mean 74, 76, that's just downright oppressive. Not going to be fun. So try and stay inside the next few days, if not for the rain, for the humidity. Now, Wednesday, you can expect those storms to start popping up anytime between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m., but it'll pretty much be raining all day, and here's our radar showing that. As you can see, just persistent, scattered thunderstorms going on throughout the entire day. Tomorrow's not going to be great. Thursday, we're a little less confident as to whether we're going to be getting any rain. Right now, it's only looking like a 25% chance, and if we do get any, you can tell happens very late, and it starts to dissipate as soon as it reaches us. So Thursday, going to be at least very humid, but rain, we're not so sure yet. We'll have to see. Now, Friday, you can expect more pop-up showers. You can see right there, 2 p.m. And then during the weekend, we see this cold front come through, and this is what's going to bring us the heaviest rain right around Saturday night, Sunday morning. And then finally, going into Monday, you start to see the rain kind of move off, and higher pressure takes over as we get into next week. Now, let's see. What is driving all of this bad weather? Well, a few episodes ago, I was talking about troughs and ridges and how they pretty much drive everything that happens down here at the surface. So these next few maps are just going to be showing the upper level heights, which is a map we use to look at troughs and ridges. And I drew this nice fancy purple line to kind of show the approximate location of where that trough is. And you can see just persistent dips for us, although not too horrible. But then as the weekend approaches, it starts to dig, and that's just going to bring us that stronger cold front throughout the weekend. But then early next week, it starts to even out, and that'll bring us some nicer weather. In other weather news, we're looking at a possible tropical cyclone development in the next week. Right now, it's got no chance of developing within the next 2 days, but something could come out of it later. New England has not had a hurricane since Hurricane Bob in 1991. You might remember Hurricane Irene or Hurricane Sandy. Hurricane Sandy was a hurricane, but it struck northern New Jersey. Obviously, we saw a lot of that. It wasn't great. Hurricane Irene, same thing, but it was a tropical storm by the time it made landfall. And so we still haven't had an actual hurricane make landfall here in New England since the early 90s. And the average time for a New England hurricane is every 12 to 16 years, so 14-ish years. So we're very overdue for one. And a few episodes ago, I was talking about why this is going to be a more active hurricane season. And so I think if there's going to be any year we get one, it could be this year. I don't want to, freak anyone out. All I'm saying is definitely make sure you're prepared and you have all the supplies and you know what you got to do in case we got one coming up here. Hopefully they won't happen, but we'll look more at the specific disturbance here next week to see if anything's happening about it. And of course, I'll keep you updated through all of that. So for the rest of this week and next week, try to stay dry, try to stay cool. For Chelmsford Telemedia, this is meteorologist Nate Morris.
That was 4 minutes and 8 seconds.